Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Elimination Chamber. It's August 15th, and we're one stop away to Wrestlemania. But before we get to Wrestlemania, we need to settle some scores. As the Wicked Nightmares, the team of Alba, Fyre, and Isla are opening up today's show. As they've asked for the rematch against the Punk Stars for the No Test TV Women's Tag Team Champions, and they were granted the rematch. Last time they had the match was at the Royal Rumble. As you can see, they weren't successful. And Punk and Cora Jade got the upper hand, as they had plenty of time to prepare for the tag team match. So this time, both teams know what they're getting into. Cora Jade was not a fan that Punk accepted the rematch nearly immediately, as Cora Jade wanted to make a game plan beforehand. As Punk just shook Alba Fyre's hands and yep, we're doing this. Book it for 1 month. 1 month time at the Elimination Chamber. Here we are. 1 month time from the Royal Rumble. And they are getting the rematch. The last time they were in the middle of the show. This time they are opening the Elimination Chamber, which on paper seems to be, it looks like we should have one hell of a show tonight. But we're going to soon find out how it's going to turn out.
Here comes trouble.
As here comes the team of Cora Jade and Punk. They call themselves the Punk Stars. They are the No Test TV Women's Tag Team Champions. They won them all the way back at Ground Zero back in May. It seems like Cora Jade wants to get straight down to business. Punk is so good. One of our favorite few. She's still in her rookie year and still one of our very few matches up on a bigger stage, especially a stage like the Elimination Chamber, where it's the last stop before WrestleMania. Punk looks excited and thrilled to compete once again. It's Cora Jade, not so much. Cora Jade wants to hold on to this women's tag team champions as long as she can. That's what it's all about right there. The No Test TV Women's Tag Team Champions.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall, and is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Alba Fyre.
We have the challengers of Alba Fyre and Isla, the Wicked Nightmares. They got the first match last month, and there's champions there, the team of Punk and Cora Jade, the Punk Stars. The referee's collecting the belts. We are moments away from officially opening up the Elimination Chamber. Tag team gold on the line. Isla, Alba Fyre went through several tag teams to get here, but they had to defeat Roxanne Perez and Nikita Lyons last month in order to get the match at the Royal Rumble. So now they get the rematch. Punk and Cora Jade went through the plethora of tag teams to prove they have what it takes to go for the tag team champions, but that's all the way back in April/May. Seems like Alba Fyre it's the most experience in this matchup, and just using that to her advantage. Quickly, as Eli Punk trying to come back now, and with a code breaker to Eli Punk's face. Eli Punk's the least experienced one in this match, considering it's still her rookie year. So yeah, there's always that. Fyre trying to potentially use the outside door advantage, just to drop kicks Punk to the outside. Isla calling up Punk. Punk re-enters the ring. Punk trying to go for a grappler. And trying to go for a reverse sweep. Alba. Bring her into her corner. Tags in Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn and an up and coming star in the industry. Punk tags in Cora Jade. And another up and coming one, but it seems like Jade has a tad bit more experience, especially in tag team competitions, as Cora Jade has won the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions before. To date, but has won them before. Isla Dawn slingshots Cora Jade to the bottom rope. So the rope had a chokehold in Cora Jade, and with the meteor from Isla Dawn. Dawn's losing control of her mind. Cora Jade took advantage quickly with a high knee there. Jade now taking control over it. Isla went her over, cartwheel, and a drop kick to the face. The Isla Dawn going for a quick cover here to retain the champions. No, not even a 1 count. Isla Dawn stays in it for the Wicked Nightmares. Was up and super kick to Isla Dawn. Kick to the back. Cora Jade going full steam ahead. But seems to slow down. She tags in Eli Punk now, so we have Punk versus Dawn. Dawn with the eye rake onto Punk. To the ropes now, ducks under. Completely forgot Punk was the lead competitor. She went for Jade instead. Now Isla into the ref, and with a Luthez press by Eli Punk. Punk wants to retain the title, but what's he going to take down? Black Widow now onto Isla Dawn, and Eli Punk couldn't seem to get it in all the way as Dawn breaks out of it quickly. And then neck breaker, reverse neck breaker choke hold of sorts. Isla using a power and throws Eli Punk across the ring, tags in the experienced Alba Fyre, who is the longest reign in NXT UK women's history. Going for a backbreaker there, but Eli Punk to Fyre. Fyre rolls out of the ring to collect her thoughts, to regroup. And Jade is now the league competitor for the Punk Stars. Fyre's not done with Punk yet. As Punk goes after Fyre with an Eye of the Storm, and Isla Dawn now going after Cora Jade, and this match is completely turned hectic. It's Fyre is against Cora Jade, and Dawn is against Fyre's against Eli Punk, and Jade's against Isla Dawn, and both league competitors are now in the ring now. Fyre trying to come back out of nowhere and splashes her against the mat. Going for a quick cover. One, and Eli Punk breaks it up. Fyre takes out Jade off the apron, and Glasgow kicks over to Cora Jade, trying to go for the cover, but Jade breaks out, throws out of the win. Isla Dawn trying to grab Jade from the outside, but it's too far. What's Dawn looking for? Fireman's carry and slams it to the mat. Cover 1, 2, no, and Cora Jade saves in to hold on to the Women's Tag Team Champions. Jade comes back alive for a team with an uppercut to Isla Dawn, to the corner, to a neutral corner. Jade going to finish on Isla Dawn with a reverse elevated DDT, and Alba Fyre switched her mind. She was going to get Eli Punk, but instead breaks up the pin. Eli Punk's now legal. This match continues on after Alba Fyre broke up that pin. Punk's now the legal competitor for the Punk Stars. So the ropes now. Eli Punk just taking no BS there with an elbow to the face, trying to finish off Dawn. And I have the Hurricane over to Eli Punk. Jade's off the top, off the middle, off the apron. There we go. Alba Fyre trying to go, perhaps looking for the Swanton. Goes to the Swanton. Eli Punk goes out of the way. She avoids the Swanton there. Super kick. Eli Punk stays in it. Punk now up in the fireman's carry from Dawn. Fyre. Fyre just banging Punk's head across the canvas. Step up into Guri there, but Punk can't get a single second to breathe as she somehow stays in it, stays alive there. Rolls up Fyre, and then super kick to the face. Attacking the arms of Fyre now. Punk trying to rally herself up, trying to come back for the Punk Stars. Brenzo trying to grab Fyre, but Fyre was seemed too fast for the exhausted Eli Punk. Punk now back to the neutral corner there. Up to the top, and Fyre's like, yeah, no. Just tosses Eli Punk to the outside. Fyre, no. Swanton to the outside! Eli Punk gets flattened onto the concrete as Alba Fyre goes to the Swanton, going for a quick cover to put away the Punk Stars. One, and Cora Jade right there to break it up. There's the elevated leg drop by Punk, cover 1, and Fyre takes in it at 1. By Punk trying to have something, she has something in mind. She drags Alba Fyre to her team's corner. Fyre not allowing Punk to get an upper hand, but she does with the step up into Guri. A kick to the gut by Punk. And like Punk starting to feel the damage, as her torso's injured now, or starting to have symptoms of injuredness, if that's a thing. And oh my, Alba Fyre just destroyed Eli Punk's finisher. 1, 2, and Eli Punk kicks out of the Generation Punk. Kicks out of her own finisher. Barely staying in it. Eli Punk corner to every thread, to hold to every piece of thread in her clothing to stay alive in this match. Alba Fyre, and a suplex. Nope. Punk stays alive. Punk's coming. Chops the leg. Trying to go for the drop kick on Fyre. 7 stepped up into Gary by Fyre. Fyre turns attention back to Cora Jade and drops her off the apron. Fyre has a fire inside of her. Fyre with the grabber and flatlines Eli Punk there takes in a Isla Dawn. So Dawn gets a wicked kick there to the back of Eli Punk. And an Eye of the Hurricane. Isla Dawn cover one, and Eli Punk was down and out, but Cora Jade broke up the pin there. Isla was trying to weaken, brings it down for the roll up. 1, 2, almost a 2 count, but Cora Jade broke it up quickly. And it's starting out to the top rope. Cora Jade's down and out. Isla Dawn topple, we don't see him topple often, and a coup de grace and a stomp to the chest. Caves in the chest of Cora Jade. Isla Dawn focused on Cora Jade now. It's like Punk. Now the Fyre's going at it once again. And Dawn just shocks Cora Jade across the ring. Across the arena. A wicked kick to the face. This be hit for Eli Punk. No more help here. 1, 2, and Punk stays in it. We almost hit. We were so close to getting new women's tag team champions. But Eli Punk somehow, some way, finds a way to stay in this one for the Punk Stars. Fyre's now legal 14 for the Wicked Nightmares. Rolls her up and super kick by Eli Punk. Job by Fyre. Trying to go for the Generation Punk. Fyre's seen it coming. Due to experience, goes on the quickly, and flattens Eli Punk. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. The Wicked Nightmares have officially dethroned the Punk Stars of their Women's Tag Team Champions. The quickness and experience of Alba Fyre flatlined Eli Punk. She came in with that finisher from literally out of nowhere. Eli Punk had no idea it was coming. And is Fyre and Dawn are the new No Touch TV Women's Tag Team Champions. If anything, we can say that match created. It made Eli Punk a star and showed that she can hang with the stars. And she's no longer like a rookie of sorts. It's up next. We have the first of 2 Elimination Chamber matches. It's this one here. This one here, it's the men's Elimination Chamber. With the winner of this match will go to Wrestlemania and face Jacob Graves for the Mercenary Champion. For those unfamiliar, the rules of the Elimination Chamber are quite simple. 4 competitors enter and will be 4 competitors will be entered into pods. They will be released at certain time periods. It's about, I believe, a 90-second interval, and then once released, the only way to win this match is by eliminating every single superstar, and the last one standing is the winner. Well, in this case, the last one standing will go on to WrestleMania to face Jacob Graves for the Mercenary Champion. So first up, we have Bronson Reed, who made his debut on the channel back at inside the Royal Rumble match. That's up next. We have the Wasteland Survivor himself, the Wasteland Wanderer, Benjamin Shannon. Shannon wants to make a name for himself. Wants to prove he can. He's on the same level as Eli Punk. Wants to prove he can hang with the big guns, the big stars. Bronson Reed, he's a big boy. he's a big boy. And so with Shannon entering into a pod, it seems like his odds of winning this match have greatly favored him.
He said he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more than ready to deliver on that promise.
And also the people coming out of the pods are coming out at a random order. So you don't know if you'll be next or if you'll be the last one. So the next competitor entering this match and will be entering into a pod is the 0 Hour World Champion, Karrion Kross. It looks like Karrion Kross, since he's entering this match, has a pretty good, pretty solid year, if you want to say it like that. His last year, I believe he entered into Wrestlemania as the 0 Hour World Champion, lost it to Gunther, but he entered into Wrestlemania as the 0 Hour World Champion. 1 year later, he won back the 0 Hour World Champion and will be entering this year's Wrestlemania as the 0 Hour World Champion once again. This time, though, he's on the good side and does not have to face Gunther, because Gunther won the Royal Rumble match as he's going after the Defendence World Champion, which we have that triple threat match later on tonight between the Lita Superstar Edge and the Viper Randy Orton, as far as the Defendence World Champion himself, Johnny Gargano. The winner of that match will face Gunther at WrestleMania for the Defendence World Champion, but that's later on. As for here, we have the Elimination Chamber. Kross kind of has an advantage somewhat here, as he has been champion before. He has been to WrestleMania before, so he knows what it takes to become a champion, to climb up that ladder to become a champion, and what it is to compete at WrestleMania. The last one entering into a pod is the original bro himself, Matt Riddle. We haven't seen Riddle very often, but I believe the last time he has competed for the Mercenary Champion was back in September, no, of like October-ish last year. Well, Matt Riddle was the one that Alex Young had defeated to win the Mercenary Champion from him and go on to this incredible lengthy reign with the Mercenary Champion. So you damn well know Matt Riddle wants his championship back. Now that Alex Young is no longer champion, and he's already beaten Jacob Graves before, so we know if Riddle can survive the Elimination Chamber, he has a very high chance of winning back the Mercenary Champion. As the last two competitors here will be starting the match in the ring. Seems like the first one is the almighty Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is still frustrated. 1 year later, still frustrated that he lost his NRT champion to AJ Danger last year at the Royal Rumble, and is desperate enough. He does not care what champion it is. He wants some gold back around his waist. And Bobby Lashley's submission and power submission moveset against Jacob Graves' pentagram submission moveset would be a very interesting match, to say the least. Very interesting match. So we can find out who the sixth competitor is to enter into the Elimination Chamber, who was selected by the Defendence General Manager, or the impromptu Defendence General Manager, because it was Gamer, but Gamer's on a part-time schedule now, and it's the Mad Russian himself, Ilya Dragunov.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
Dragunov is an interesting person to put in this match, because we haven't seen Dragunov often, but I believe breakthrough moment on the channel was when he had his, I believe it was TLC match against Alex Young at, I think it was TLC, and back in November, December last year. That match was wicked because Dragunov and Young tore each other to pieces for the Mercenary champion. Dragunov has never won the Mercenary champion, but you damn well know he can do everything he can to get to Wrestlemania to get some gold around his waist, because he has fought and, well, like I said, tore apart Alex Young, when Alex Young stood tall as, well, the champion of champions, the Mercenary champion, the Bloodless champion, and both the NRT champion, before he merged them all together. Ref rings the bell, and here we go. Starting off with Lashley versus Dragunov, a very interesting combination. We have the Powerhouse versus, well, we can just say Dragunov's lunatic. We'll go with that. It's a bit on the loony side, especially when he gets mad. Lashley takes in the steal early in this contest. Dragunov going after him. Lashley does not want to compete on the outside and wants to bring us back to the ring where he has the most experience. Dragunov gets slammed across the turnbuckle upside down and then tossed across the ring there. And Lashley, using his power to his advantage, and tosses Dragunov to the ropes. And a German suplex, they're actually taking complete control over the Mad Russian, who is going to be the first competitor to come out of the pod and enter this, well, freak show. And it's the 0 Hour Champ himself, Karrion Kross. So right now, the odds for Dragunov to win have just turned even slimmer, because you have the almighty and powerhouse himself, Bobby Lashley, and again against another powerhouse submission specialist, Karrion Kross. So Dragunov's chances are not great, to say the least. And it seems like they're just both targeting Dragunov, but it seems like Kross changed his mind and going after the almighty. Kross now taking that steel on his back. And a wicked chokeslam, wicked elevator chokeslam nailed by Bobby Lashley to Dragunov. 3, 2, 1, and the next competitor, or the fourth competitor, to enter this match will be the Wasteland Wanderer himself, Benjamin Shannon. Shannon trying to avoid this match as possible and avoid getting as much possible. Dragunov had other plans that came after him. Shannon using the cage as a weapon, just scrubbing Dragunov's face across the steel there. This Kross and Lashley's going out in the middle of the ring. Kross using the top rope advantage. Shannon just grounding, pounding Dragunov's face. Face plant from the glass, fiberglass, to Dragunov and Benjamin trying to go back and forth, but Shannon just like, nope, we're using the cage to eliminate Bobby Lashley early. 1-0. Lashley kicks out and Bronson Reed's the next one who enters into this match. Shannon just ground and pounding absolutely the living hell out of Dragunov, and a powerhouse powerbomb to Karrion Kross, to Bobby Lashley, as Kross is ground and pounding Lashley. It's Shannon doing it once again to Dragunov, and obviously, eventually, Dragunov's going to get busted open as he is now. Bronson Reed turns his attention over to the Wasteland Wanderer. Shannon uses the cage as a weapon once again, with this time slamming against Bronson's face. Kross choking out Bobby Lashley in the ring. And here we go, Riddle is now legal. Oh, it's now into no. This man, Bobby Lashley kicks out at 2, and Dragunov and Shannon are scaling the cage, and Bronson Reed's right behind them. Dragunov, oh my God! Dragunov just shoved Shannon off the cage and was trying to jump after him, but completely backfired that. And a package rival to Dragunov. Bobby Lashley's the hood locked in on Karrion Kross. Shannon's now in the ring as he got tossed in by Bronson Reed. Seems like there's no avoiding the action now for Shannon. He's against. It's always 6 competitors, 5 if you don't count Shannon. Or now officially in this match, and there's no room to escape because you are locked into a giant steel sculpture with 5 of the most. Okay, well maybe not Riddle, but 4 of the most fully meanest and hungriest superstars on the roster. We're not counting Riddle here because Riddle's not really mean. He's just high constantly. Going for the cover to eliminate Riddle, and Riddle kicks out a 1. I believe the falls do count that rule, and Bobby Lashley's now busted open. But Benjamin Shannon and a running enziguri there by Riddle to Bronson Reed. And Shannon was supposed to get double teamed, but a wicked judo throw to Bobby Lashley, covered by Karrion Kross, broke up the pin there. Shannon is climbing the cage once more, trying to shimmy over to the pod, but Kross comes right back after him. Shannon trying to grab Kross, but Kross grabs him anyways and shoves Shannon once again off the cage. He climbs back down. Riddle aiming. Bobby Lashley just power bombs. So much action going on here. And Doomsday Saida to Benjamin Shannon. Shannon kicks out a 1. Matt Riddle to eliminate Bobby Lashley. 1, 2. No, Bobby Lashley stays in it. So much action going on, and it's all at the same time. It's hard to call everything here. Riddle, I don't know what he's doing, but it's a submission now. It looked like it was a bit of rated R action, but into a very weird contraption and a wicked kick there by Shannon to Kross. The splash to the Kross's back. Lashley gets out of it. The Coquina clutch. It's Kross taps out to his own move. Karrion Kross is the first one eliminated. Benjamin Shannon just eliminated the Zero Hour World Champion. He eliminated the Zero Hour World Champion by his own move. So if anything, that's a big plus for Benjamin Shannon, because that almost guarantees then 2 and 3. Bobby Lashley is eliminated. Quick cover now to Bronson Reed. 1, 2, and Bronson Reed kicks out now. It looks like there's a judo throw DDT. Looking forward once again, perhaps, and judo throw DDT to Bronson Reed once more. 1, 2, and 3. It took 2 of them, but Bronson Reed's now eliminated. We're down to the final 3 here. Which one of these 3 are going to Wrestlemania to face Jacob Graves for the Mercenary Champion? We're down to the Mad Russian himself, Ilya Dragunov, which he started this match as number 1. He started this match at number 1. We're down to Matt Riddle, which was the last competitor to enter the match, and Benjamin Shannon, who had number 4. But as I was saying before all this action took place, Benjamin Shannon has eliminated Karrion Kross, which is the Zero Hour World Champion, by his own move, which is definitely going to put some eyes on him, that's for sure, and perhaps give him a title match against Karrion Kross for the Zero Hour World Champion on a high knee there. Busts open Riddle. Shannon targeting Matt Riddle. It's at Wrestlemania. Every championship is on the line. And we don't know who Karen Cross is facing in Wrestlemania quite yet, but we're going to find out soon because it's in 1 month. It's about in 1 month time, roughly. It's September 2nd and 3rd, 2-night event, not 4 nights this year. We have 1, 2, and Dragunov stays in it. So last year we had 4 nights. This year it's cut down to 2 nights. 2 very long videos, but every champion's in the line, and we're bound to get some very good action. Dragunov saves Shannon from getting eliminated. Riddle was going for the kick there, but Dragunov wanted to punish him, and a lower spear there to bring down Dragunov. Shannon throws Dragunov out of the ring. Shannon going for the ground and pound once more, this time against Riddle. Not giving Riddle a moment to breathe. Big boot there. Dragunov grabs. And a running powerbomb. Delivering the basement Shannon. Shannon kicks out at 1. And a revolution knee to Matt Riddle. Exploder. German suplex onto Matt Riddle. Riddle kicks. Get the kick to the face to Shannon. This triple threat action is it's probably the most intense triple threat action we've had so far. But we still have a triple threat match still to come for the Defendence World Champion. Seems like Benjamin Shannon is stalking Riddle, but Dragunov wanted to capitalize on that, but Shannon's seen it coming, dodges the way, floater suplex over to Riddle by Dragunov to eliminate Riddle. 1, 2, and Riddle stays in it. A drop kick to Dragunov, but Dragunov's out of the way. Shannon turn his attention over to the Mad Russian. Riddle. And a running elbow that eliminates so much competitors. Oh, over the years, cover 1, 2, almost a 2 count, but Shannon stays alive. Shannon's busted over and going for the backhand chop. Everyone in this match now is now busted open. Shannon got busted open by that elbow. Shannon just taking a back seat here. It's Dragunov, rolls under him, power bombs Matt Riddle. He's no longer taking a back seat, just now targets Dragunov and a power bombs him. And comes around and Matt Riddle is doing his rated R submission as he entangles Benjamin Shannon. Shannon stays alive, somehow. Staying in this thing. Like the chop there, the Dragunov to eliminate Matt Riddle. 1, 2, no, Matt Riddle stays alive. Shannon's saying, enough of this, I'm going out of the ring, and that running clothesline, Matt Riddle, cover 1, 2, 3. Matt Riddle is now eliminated. We're down to the Mad Russian himself, Eli Dragunov, and the Wasteland Wanderer, Benjamin Shannon. Do you think Dragunov started this match as 1? And he is now in the final 2 and has a big, now has a pretty good chance now to go on to WrestleMania for the Mercenary Champion. Dragunov, and with that elbow, with the adrenaline too. 1, 2, and Ilya Dragunov is heading to WrestleMania. With the adrenaline of Shannon, knocks Ilya Dragunov with a backhand elbow, knocks down Shannon. Long enough for a 3 count, and see now, it's now solidifies himself as going to WrestleMania to face Jacob Graves for the Mercenary Champion. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and that is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Sasha Banks has came back. She came back with a purpose. She wants to win some gold, and YoungBlood said, "You want some gold? I'm stepping up to the plate. I just defeated your best friend last month in the Hell in a Cell. I defeated Becky Lynch at last year's Wrestlemania. I think I proved myself enough of a star to go against," and I quote, "the boss."
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, the champion
Sasha Banks wants to take she takes no prisoners, and so does YoungBlood. This match should be an interesting contest for the Women's Intercontinental Champion. It's the only champion Sasha Banks has not held. It's the Women's Intercontinental Champion and the Women's United States Champion, which Yanni holds that, and she is putting it on the line in the main event tonight inside the Elimination Chamber. So we'll find out who else is in that. We'll find out about that match later on tonight. So here comes the devil herself, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, YoungBlood. YoungBlood is the youngest, yes, and longest reigning Women's Intercontinental Champion in history, and she lost it to Bayley back in retaliation by the distraction of Dakota Kai, but then she won it back a month later, not even a month later, 2 weeks later at the Royal Rumble by defeating Bayley inside Hell in a Cell. So now, a month later, she places on the line once again against Bayley's best friend, the boss, Sasha Banks. There's the Women's Intercontinental Champion there. It's all about the gold that's on the line. Sasha Banks coming out of Boston, and YoungBlood, defending the Intercontinental Champion, is coming out of Sydney, Australia. She's once again repping the Rising Evil colors from back in the day with her, Alex Young, and AJ Danger basically put a chokehold on the entire and on all the locker rooms. And YoungBlood came out of a star of her own after winning the Royal Rumble last year, and went on to win the Defendence Women's Champion. So here we go. YoungBlood, Sasha Banks, first time ever, the first time experienced rival. YoungBlood's not taking, wants to make quick action here, wants to make it quick against Sasha Banks. She's not allowing Banks to get a moment to breathe. She's hyping herself up with the adrenaline of the crowd coming out of the amazing men's Elimination Chamber match. We found out our first official match for Wrestlemania. Sasha Banks came in with a running elbow. Tosses YoungBlood to the outside now. Banks stalking YoungBlood. And just back into the ring and step up into Curry there. And another high kick. The fast strikes there for YoungBlood. YoungBlood has been inside many of these championship matches, so she knows what it takes to defend her Women's Intercontinental Champion. But she's never fought against Sasha Banks in a moonsault reverse DDT. We've never seen that before by YoungBlood. She's taking a page, making it unpredictable for the boss.
And she dodged that one nicely.
Sasha Banks trying to come back. Grabs the neck of YoungBlood. Tosses her with the neck breaker, going for the drop kick to the face. And YoungBlood trying to figure out where she is at the moment. As Sasha Banks drags her to the ropes. She has something in mind. Elevates her. And slams her into the mat. Banks taking pride of her work as YoungBlood heads back to the top rope. And a clothesline to YoungBlood. To Sasha. YoungBlood now gets planted with a DDT by Sasha Banks. An armbar over to YoungBlood, trying to make the champ tap. The Spanks have it. The Spanks trying to weaken the arm of YoungBlood. No idea why, because the blood money does not require arm power. It just requires YoungBlood driving your head, your skull into the mat. And YoungBlood trying to get back into this match. Feeling the adrenaline of the crowd. Spanks tossing to a corner. High elbow. Uppercut there. Throws to the other corner, going for the uppercut once again. But YoungBlood's going to come in. Clothesline now. Picks up Banks. Over the kick. And kicks her. Kicks Sasha Banks in the face. Banks trying to figure out where she is as YoungBlood flattens her. Oh. Banks has absolutely no clue where she is at the moment. YoungBlood top rope. And a tope torcida to the outside. YoungBlood giving it everything she has to get rid of Sasha Banks. To show that she is the woman that controls this women's division. Elevated. Double hook suplex to YoungBlood by Sasha Banks on the outside. After a 5 count, Sasha Banks is thrown back into the ring. YoungBlood trying to figure out what she wants to do with Sasha Banks. As Banks now Irish reps YoungBlood to the ropes. Ducks under, goes on top now, and drops her in the leg. With the quick cover now. And take advantage one and YoungBlood. You need more than that to take out YoungBlood. Sasha Banks has no idea what's going on as she gets blood muddied into the face. 1, 2, and Sasha Banks stays in it. It's going to take more than one blood money to take out the boss. YoungBlood now trying to do something here, but Sasha Banks double hook suplex or packet suplex, and going the Achilles lock. That's Shaker Graves. That's Shaker Graves' specialty. But YoungBlood with smoke and grabs the ropes immediately to not do further damage to it. Sasha Banks just attacking the grounded YoungBlood. Trying to go for the Banks statement perhaps. YoungBlood has Sasha Banks scouting. Yeah, what's YoungBlood thinking? And I driving DDT. Sasha grabs the ropes. She gets tossed over it, but she stays in it. She holds into the middle rope and spears YoungBlood. Going for an explosive suplex. YoungBlood had it scouted once again, but Banks head down and scouted with a drop kick. But YoungBlood tosses out of the way. Grabs Sasha Banks and blood money! Cover! 1, 2, and 3. Here is your winner, and still your women's Intercontinental Champion, YoungBlood. YoungBlood holds on to the Women's IC Champion and officially paves the way to WrestleMania. Up next, we have the Defendence World Champion on the line in triple threat action. Is Randy Orton is getting somewhat of his rematch clause as he went up against Johnny Gargano last month, the Royal Rumble, and was not successful. As Johnny Gargano successfully retained the Defendence World Champion from Randy Orton. Oh, yeah. Orton is looking to get a second chance now. Perhaps capture his 17th World Champion. Go up in history. It's also in this triple threat action, it is the same rules we had with the Young Ace one back in July with the Women's United Champion, where it's falls couldn't anywhere, anything goes, plus elimination. Randy Orton and Edge, the two challengers in this one, which have plenty of experience in anything goes matches. There's only one question that remains: can the Viper strike and collect gold tonight?
Composed, always in control. No one is more calculated. Once legend killer, now possibly the greatest legend in WWE history.
So next we have the Rated R Superstar from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Edge. WrestleMania is in Montreal this year, and you didn't want to know, Edge wants to capture the gold tonight and head on to WrestleMania in nearly his hometown, or his home country, that's for sure, with some gold. And another thing that needs to be in the back of the mind of all three competitors tonight is one, that's triple threat action, and two, the winner of this match will face Gunther at WrestleMania, since Gunther won the Men's Royal Rumble match. It's right now we have actually two matches confirmed for WrestleMania. We have Ilya Dragunov going against Jacob Graves for the Mercenary champion. As well, we have Gamer going against Alex Young for the undisputed champion of champions. Since Alex Young won that, since Alex Young won that matchup between him and AJ Danger last month. Here comes the Defendence World Champion himself, the Rebel Hulk, Johnny Gargano. You can already see it on paper. Gargano versus Gunther for the Defendence World Champion. That right there would be one hell of a matchup. If the Rebel Hulk, the guy who never quits against the ring general, guy who cave in your chest well with his chops. Gargano's well experienced, multi-time NXT tag team and world champion. He's won every championship inside NXT. In fact, he's been Defendance World Champion, and he won it back at the Final Showcase back on April 8th this year. This is his first real test for the championship, or to defend the championship.
The challenger not taking their eyes off the championship.
The referee Hosa grabs the title, elevates it, as we are moments away into the triple threat, falls count anywhere, anything goes matchup. And we go, the bell is run. Orton, stalking his friends. Gargano wants to take the head off of Edge there. Orton just stalking the prey as Edge turns attention over his former tag partner. Right up here, Gargano from out of nowhere, springboard crossbody connects into the Lita superstar. Orton going for explosive suplex, but Gargano with the roll up, one, and Orton kicks out of the 1 count. Edge, nope, Orton with the clothesline. It's getting chaotic quickly here. All three competitors here want to go to Wrestlemania because the winner of this match basically has the match Mania as they face Gunther. We just don't know which one of these three are going to Wrestlemania, are going to be entering Montreal, Quebec, Canada as the Defendence World Champion. Clothesline by Orton to Gargano. Orton now set down DDT. Edge takes a moment on the outside for a breather to rethink his strategy. Gargano elevates. Pull back attack by the regular superstar to Gargano. Kick to the punt. Kick. Cover one, not even a 1 count. Gargano breaks out the pin there from Orton. A slap in the face of the regular superstar. Gargano is probably reconsidering his options there as he gets chucked to the ropes. And Orton grabs the steel steps on the outside. Okay. All the weapons in the world you can use, he's choosing the steel steps. Why? I have no idea. If he wants to inflict, he probably definitely wants to inflict some damage on Gargano after losing. The almost face plants him into the steel steps. The plan of Orton nearly backfired there. Edge backdrops Gargano in the back, and spine of Edge hits the edge of the steel steps. Quickly recovers and drop kick there by Gargano into a grounded Randy Orton super kick as Edge dodges it and going for the crossface. Because Gargano gonna tap. We're gonna have a new champion, and Gargano breaks out of it. Rolls Edge over and a drop kick by Orton and a silver kick to the back of the head of Randy Orton. Going for the Hurricane Rana. Misses and silver kick, and Orton gets his face planted into the dent area of the steel steps there. Edge eats a super kick as well. And a face buster by Gargano, and a dig by Edge going for the cover. One, and no, Gargano kicks out of the 1 count. Orton doing something on the outside, trying to loosen up his body. Super kick by no, Edge had seen it coming. And going for a spinning heel kick. And Gargano dodges out of the way. And Edge another pullback attack, but Gargano stays alive. And a chop block to the back of the leg of Gargano. Orton going for wheelbarrow submission. Weakening the legs of Edge. Gargano just watching over. Edge quickly gets out of it by his experience. Gargano jumps all over Edge, double super kicks, both of them. Gargano staying alive. And Gargano was going for a suicide dive, but Orton goes for the other set of steel steps. What's with this finish for steel steps? An electric KO by Edge. Knocks down Johnny Gargano. And going for a distance clothesline, but couldn't connect onto Edge. As Edge chucks Gargano in the corner, and Orton with the neck breaker, going for the cover on Edge. One, Edge kicks out of 1. Gargano heads to the top rope. Edge stays alive by his experience, and a double axe handle to the back of the head of Randy Orton. And this time with the Hurricane Rana connects into Edge. It's Orton. Iron strips Gargano, but in the back of the elbow connects into the face of Gargano. Steel steps, so just barely hanging on to the ring. And Gargano escaped onto Randy Orton from out of nowhere. Oh, slogan taken, but whatever. And Orton looks like he's struggling. Gargano has it on tight, and Orton slithers his way into escaping it and busts open Johnny Gargano with that wicked straight hand. For a back attack and a knee to the gut of Gargano. Iron strip to Edge. Orton with a Luthez press. Gargano rolls out of the ring and takes the steel steps with him. Orton heads into the top rope, which he never, hardly ever does. And package powerbomb from Orton onto the top, off the top rope there, perhaps taking out Edge, and Gargano misses the neck breaker. Edge now comes the cover on the champ. 1, and Gargano kicks out a 1. Gargano's dreams of going to WrestleMania stays alive as Orton gets the reverse wheelbarrow submission back on, but Gargano breaks it up quickly, going for its springboard, something, and completely missed there. And Orton elevated Gargano, but Gargano reversed with a bulldog. Edge smashing Gargano's face across his knee. Edge is known as the Rated Superstar for a reason. He's always 2 steps ahead. He knows when to strike. A Falcon Arrow there by Johnny Gargano. Orton bringing in the steel steps once again for some reason. And a double kick there by Johnny Gargano. Edge now grabs the steel steps as Gargano aims for the legs of Orton. And this clothesline does not connect as Gargano gets planted by the steps to the face. Edge. Execution into Orton. Now Gargano's trying to grab Edge from behind, but Edge is too focused on Randy Orton. Gargano goes for the springboard dropkick and misses there. Neckbreaker by Edge to Orton. Edge taking full advantage of this matchup. Going to pin the champion. 1, and Gargano kicks out of the 1 count. Stays alive and spear to Randy Orton. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. Randy Orton is eliminated. Randy Orton's path. Gargano escaped to Edge to finish this match quickly. To pave the way, to completely pave the way for Gargano to go to WrestleMania. And it looks like Edge is finding his way out of it, and he does. Edge gets out of the Gargano escape. But as I was saying, it looks like Randy Orton's path towards WrestleMania has got a lot harder. An execution to Johnny Gargano. Edge looking forward into the ring. Ladder. Wow, why does Edge want a ladder for? Shoves the ladder into the ring. Gargano is fighting back. He's trying to stay alive, trying to keep his WrestleMania dreams alive. As one of these 2 men will go on to WrestleMania to face Gunther for the Defendence World Champion. The question is, which one? Gargano looks under the ring himself and grabs a table. What does Gargano have planned here? Trying to run into the ring somehow. There we go. Edge leaves the ring, starts to have the table coming in, like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. So he goes ahead, grabs the steel steps as Gargano places the table up, or props the table up inside the ring. Edge brings in the steps. Gargano had something planned, but changes his mind. So Edge brings Edge to the table. Gargano has something planned here. We don't know what it is, but he has something planned. Sets up the ladder. Gargano, no. Frog splash through the table, and Edge moves out of the way. Gargano goes chest first into the table. Edge wanting to take advantage, but does not know how. As there's wreckage all over the ring, grabs the other sets of the steel steps. Gargano to the top rope now, and double axe handle connects into Edge as he drops the steps on top of his head, and a stomp to the chest. Gargano, the Rebel Horde, is staying alive against the Rated Superstar. As he places Edge's face across the top of the barricade, brings Edge back to the ring. Gargano's thinking of something here. What it is, I don't know. So he places the ladder in the corner. Edge trying to come back with the chops to the chest, but Gargano dodges under, runs Edge to the corner. And a hard slap makes Edge's back slam across the ladder in the corner. Gets up and BAM! To Gargano. 1, 2, and no! Defendence World Champion, the Lita Superstar, Edge. So at WrestleMania, it's no longer Gargano versus Gunther for the Defendence World Champion. It is now the Royal Rumble winner himself, Gunther, taking on the Lita Superstar, Edge, for the Defendence World Champion. It's the Ring General versus the Lita Superstar. It's the time for our main event of the evening. The Women's Elimination Chamber. A 6 women will be competing for the Women's United States Champion. And since Ace is the Women's United States Champion, she has the championship advantage. Which for that means she is entering the match as the freshest competitor later on as entry number 6. So when everyone's all battling out, grueling out to see who is going to be the last one standing, Ace, when everyone's tired of Ace will enter the match as the freshest competitor since she is the Women's United States Champion and entering this match as the champion. No matter what happens tonight, Ace is going to WrestleMania no matter what, because she has the Defendence World Champion, Defendence Women's Champion, and that champion's in the line of WrestleMania against who knows? But she is the Women's Champion, and that title will be on the line at WrestleMania. Women's United States, we don't know yet, but the Defendence Women's absolutely will. Then it takes a look at both her titles and hoists them up high. She claps over the Women's United States Champion over to the referee as she sets it aside for whoever wins this match will get that championship as Ace enters into her pod. As up next we have the SmackDown Women's Champion, Zoe Stark. Where do we begin with Zoe Stark and Ace? Where does the line start and where does it end? Because it seems like their story just keeps going and going and going and going and going. It seems like these two are just meant to be together, right in literal heaven or hell, whatever you want to do it. Because these two are going to go on and on and on. The last time these two saw each other was last month when they were in a women's triple threat match for the Women's United States Champion in New York City at a live event where it was Zoe Stark, Asuka, and Ace. And Ace was the last one left standing, and she retained the Women's United States Champion. So Stark hands the SmackDown Women's Champion over to the ref. So Stark won the champion from Rhea Ripley back in June. And the next competitor is the man herself, Becky Lynch. The last time we've seen Becky Lynch, besides the Royal Rumble, if my memory serves me correct, the last time we've seen Becky Lynch was at WrestleMania last year, where she defended the Defendance Women's Champion against then Royal Rumble winner, Women's Royal Rumble winner, YoungBlood, and YoungBlood ended up defeating her to win the champion. So you would think Becky Lynch would want to head back to WrestleMania and get some gold back, and enter back into WrestleMania with some gold, or at least have another main event match at WrestleMania, because last year she was the main event of night 3, I think it was. Night 3, I believe it was. So it's the last competitor to enter the pod. It's the Genius of the Sky and the former Raw Women's Champion, Io Sky. Io Sky lost the Raw Women's Champion to Gigi Dolan. Just a few days ago, actually, just yesterday, she lost the Raw Women's Champion to Gigi Dolan back at Crown Jewel. So, and she had her spot at WrestleMania secured with the Raw Women's Champion. In some kind of capacity, she was secured to be a superstar. But she lost the Raw Women's Champion, so her path to WrestleMania got a little bit thinner. Then she lost to Io Sky. Oh, before that, she lost to Io Sky at the Royal Rumble for the Defendence Women's Champion, which Yanni's won that. And speaking of the Royal Rumble, Miss Royal Rumble winner 2023 is right here. It's earlier today. She was with her backstage reporter Taylor Reinbacher. She announced, as Dakota Kai announced, that she has chosen Tegan Nox as her WrestleMania opponent. So at WrestleMania, it'll be Dakota Kai for the Tegan Nox for the NRT Women's Championship. Dakota Kai has had herself a year, that's for sure. A very, very interesting year. First, it might be out of order, but first she had the Women's Tag Team Champions, which she lost those. Or she won them, then she lost them a week later. Then she went after YoungBlood, I believe, for the... No, she didn't, that was Bayley. Then she went after the Women's United States Champions against Yannis at Ground Zero. Lost that. Then she had a chance, or she also had a chance to win the SmackDown Women's Champion. And all she had to beat was Zoe Stark, and then she had to beat Rhea Ripley to become the SmackDown Women's Champion. Zoe Stark ended up getting the better of Dakota Kai, so Dakota Kai ended up losing that. Then she entered the Royal Rumble as number 27, I believe it was, 27, 28. Ended up winning the Royal Rumble, so therefore she finally has a chance to win, another chance to win gold at the Royal Rumble. This time against Tegan Nox. It's interesting how she did not choose Yannis, because there's a history with Yannis. Not as complicated as Zoe Stark, but there was a history nonetheless. As you've seen, this match is officially underway now. It's Ivy Nile of 0 Hour and of Diamond Mine. It's the last competitor in this match, and Dakota Kai is already entering the match with a head injury. So that's not well for her, especially against Ivy Nile, which I'm not gonna say it's a freak of nature, but I mean, the only one to challenge her strength in this match would be Zoe Stark. As everyone else in this match is not exactly, it's not exactly a freak of nature when it comes to strength. Zoe Stark, she's on the verge. The rest of them, not so much. That's who's going to be the third competitor in this match, and Dakota Kai's getting her ass whooped into this match so far by Ivy Nile. Who's going to be the third participant in Pump Big Boot there? Bicycle kick. Seems like the man Becky Lynch will be entry number 3. She's entering as the most experienced one inside this match. You know that she wants to go to WrestleMania any way possible. The only two in this match that are secured to have a Mania match in some capacity is Dakota Kai and Yannis. As you just stated earlier, Dakota Kai is against Tegan Nox, NRT Women's Champions, and Yannis Johnny Ace's opponent for the Defendence Women's Champion and or the Women's United States Champion is still up in the air. As Ivan Nile is now getting targeted by Becky Lynch and Dakota Kai, so the times are turned for Nile. Entry number 4 now will be the Genius of the Sky and the former Raw Women's Champion Io Sky going for the cover and not Tegan, and Dakota. And Dakota kicks out a 1. She stayed alive. As Io Sky goes after Ivan Nile and a heel kick to Dakota Kai. Shirai picks up and was debating about picking up Nile. She smashes Nile's head against the top turnbuckle twice now. German suplex to Dakota Kai from Io Sky. I almost said Io Shirai. Lynch targeting Sky now. 3, 2, 1, and in comes Zoe Stark now. Since Giannis has the championship advantage, so she will be the last one to enter. As the SmackDown Women's Champion has now officially entered the field. Lynch now going. Lynch is targeting Sky as Stark from behind pulls down Lynch and slams against the mat as Nile trying to find a way to bring Dakota down as Dakota's the first one to take the steal as they hit smashes against her back. Sky going on a Superman punch in the corner by Ivy Nile. Kai targeting on Nile and going through Unpretty and face buster Bulldog there to Nile. And Lynch escapes the submission by Zoe. Head scissor takedown and Kai takes the steal once again, and here comes the Women's United States Champion, Giannis. 1, 2, 3, and once again, Zoe Stark is the first one eliminated. She was the first one eliminated in that triple threat match last month. She's the first one eliminated tonight. It's at the Elimination Chamber. So Zoe Stark's dreams of becoming United States Champion once again. Oh, very slim. I'm getting slimmer here. So, she was the second freshest competitor, and she's the first one gone. What is going on with these chamber matches? Anyways, Giannis comes in and goes straight for Dakota Kai, and Ivy now takes the steal. Back. Giannis rubbing boot onto the face. Dakota Kai. And another interesting detail here is that so Giannis is the Women's United States Champion, but yet she's wearing her CWO gear, which is an interesting factor here because none of the other members of the CWO are on this code. Matt Connors is set to compete at WrestleMania, same as Gamer. So wonder why she chose that gear out of all the gears to wear tonight. And Lynch eliminates Io Sky. So the Genius of the Sky is not for path to Mania, has got slimmer. As we're down to the final 4, Becky Lynch, Giannis, and the two that started this thing, Ivy Nile and Dakota Kai. Well, no matter what happens now, Ivy Nile has made a name for herself because she outlasted the SmackDown Women's Champion, and oh nope, never mind. 13 takeover to Ivy Nile. Nile seems like it's getting tightened, and Ivy Nile taps out to the 13 takeover by Giannis. Cover to Becky Lynch. 1, 2, no, Lynch stays in it. As I was saying, Ivy Nile did somewhat prove that she can hang in and she lasts longer than the former Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Champion. Well, also Io Sky just competed last night, and then she had to travel all the way to here to compete inside a chamber match. So that's already like a grueling fight, and then she had to enter into the grueling chamber, which can shorten your career, and then just like boom, boom, boom. So yeah, they kind of figured the guy was not going to last long. If she did last long, it'd be impressive. And there's I'm prettier there. Cover 1, 2, and 3. Becky Lynch is eliminated. Another. It's no matter what happens. 13 takeover to Dakota Kai. It's cut. This is how Ace beat Dakota Kai back at Ground Zero. And Ace lets go of the hold. She wants to inflict more damage. And Kai slips under. Well, if Dakota Kai has definitely made a name for herself tonight, as she won the Rumble last month, enters the match as number 2, and outlasted everyone else. It's the only one she has left to beat. It's the one person who keeps having her number, and that is Ace. She already has a match confirmed for WrestleMania for the Women's United States Champion. Ace was going for the 13th takeover. Kai has scouted. She should have. And Hurricane Rana to Ace. Dakota Kai going to cover now. 1. Ace takes out with ease. Ace is going to make a lot more there. It's going to look for the chiropractor. Ace knows what's coming next before Dakota Kai even thinks about it. Since the Ace is 2 steps ahead as she heads up to the top rope. And this time, Dakota Kai was 2 steps ahead as she dodged out of the way there. Ace stays in it. Step up into Guri. Flanking Kai, she smashes her face to the canvas. She's calling up Dakota Kai. And Ridge Reagan connects. Cover 1, 2, and 3. Here's your winner and still the Women's United States Champion, Ace. Seems like Ace has officially paved the way, and she will be entering the WrestleMania with both the Women's United States Champions and the Defendence Women's Champion. Which one will be on the line at WrestleMania? Stay tuned to find out which one.